Hi, this is Paul Pachter, the CEO of Long Island Cares, and welcome back to another episode of Breaking Bread. Today we're going to be talking about Long Island Cares' retail donation program, a very exciting program that brings in, at least last year, nearly 2 million pounds of additional donated food and other products. So my guest today is Darlene Solario, coordinator of our retail donation program. Darlene, it's a pleasure to have you on Breaking Bread.
Thank you for having me.
So, retail donations to food banks is something that's going on nationwide through the Feeding America network. And Long Island Cares and the Harry Chapin Regional Food Bank is simply just one organization that's involved in this program. The program, involves retailers donating product that they're unable to sell for a number of reasons to the local food bank to help feed the hungry. So Darlene, how many retailers are you working with now here on Long Island as part of this program?
68 retailers that we work with daily.
And
Donations.
Among the 68, let our viewers know who we're talking about.
The names of the retailers?
Yeah, absolutely.
Costco,
Mm-hmm.
BJ's, Target, Best Market, which is a local,
Right.
Walmart,
Mm-hmm.
and Ally.
The food store.
Food store, yes.
Is Target involved in this as well?
I'm sorry, I
Target
didn't say
is
Target, yes,
Mhm.
and Target. Target, very much so.
So when people are shopping at their Walmart, Target, Costco, BJ's, and there's product, and it could be, anywhere from fresh produce to bread to cakes, but also I've seen a lot of children's clothing and appliances coming in. What kind of products in addition to that, or is that it, that come in? And this comes in every day?
Every day. Every day we do pickups.
Mm-hmm.
We get produce, as meats, frozen.
Mm-hmm.
The stores are very generous with backpacks, personal care, shampoos, soaps. We do get toys. Anything the store sells and they want to donate to us, they donate to us. We have gotten furniture, desks,
Mm-hmm.
chairs, bicycles.
I've seen the bikes in the past.
Yeah, and it's fantastic. As you know, at Christmas we get so many toys, which is so great for the kids. The backpacks, the school supplies for the kids when they get ready to go to school, socks.
Mm-hmm. So we currently are working with about 68 retailers here on Long Island who every day are making donations to Long Island Cares of the products you just mentioned. And I think it's important, let's talk for a second about the clothing, because that seems to be a pet peeve of mine. If you go to your local Target or Walmart or Costco and you want to buy a 12-pack of socks, what we're getting, and I think it's important for our listeners, to our viewers to know, that there are people who go to the store and want to see what the socks are like. And so they'll take a bag of 12 socks, rip it open, take out a pair, maybe feel them, I hope not trying them on, and then they leave the bag back on the shelf. And one would wonder, number one, why do they do that?
Yes.
Because if you're not buying it, you're ruining the product for someone else. But the product really can't go back on the shelf. It can't be sold. And so generously, it's a donation to Long Island Cares, but a loss to the corporation. And I think it's amazing that from the work that you do and what we've been picking up, to see so many bags of socks in the warehouse, ladies and men's underwear, children's clothing, Halloween costumes. What happens to these products when a customer, basically has ruined the resale of the item in the store? I think it's important for our viewers to know that it's not thrown in the trash. It's being donated to the regional food bank to help support people who are hungry and, of course, perhaps poor. But you also mentioned the produce. And, we've seen some great produce come in here. We've also seen a lot of bread and a lot of starchy type of products and birthday cakes. Darlene, when it comes to Long Island Cares, how does the process work? How do we log it coming in? And where does all this stuff go?
So when the drivers pick up, which we have a daily schedule for each of the stores, and we're going to pick up from that store. They bring back the pickup. Then it is given. It's on how much poundage was brought in. It's given to our inventory team. They put it into the system, and then we have another team, our client services team, who deals with the agencies. And we have a menu, and they can take off the menu what they need, and then we give to the agencies, we give to our pantries, and that's how all of it's distributed. And we wanted to thank all our retailers. We wanted to have an appreciation day to show you, thank you so much for your donations, and where is it going, and how it helps all the families of Long Island. The clothing, the toys, you're making a happy child,
Sure.
The food, everything.
Sure.
Everything. So our inventory team puts it into the system. This way we know what we have.
So actually, the donations from the retail store program are handled no different than the food that we purchase or the food that comes in from food drives. It comes in, it's weighed, it goes into the inventory, then it goes on the menu, and then it's available to our 350 agencies.
Right.
I've also noticed that through the retail donation program, with fresh produce, with the breads, with the cakes, that a lot of it then is placed in Gus's Grocery Corner,
Correct.
which is an area of our warehouse here in Hauppauge where perishable items such as fresh produce, the bread, the cakes go in, and our agencies are able to come into the warehouse if they're available to come here with their truck, with their van, and pick up this product because it does have a very short shelf life.
Yes, it does.
So within 48 hours tops, these items have to go out. And I noticed the volunteers that are working at Gus's Grocery Corner always remarking about the quality of the product that's coming in, and it really is good. It's interesting because when we started this program, and I'm crediting you with a lot of this, we projected that we would be able to reclaim or rescue or salvage about 1 million pounds of donated product through the retail donation program. But after the first year, we did 1.9 million pounds. So to me, it says a few things. Number one, there's a lot of product out there that can be rescued from the retail side. And we have a good system of getting it in and getting it out. Is the program, you monitor the retailers, you meet with them
Yes.
periodically?
I go to the store.
What are some of the issues that you're looking at in working with retailers? Where could this program be better? How can we make it more meaningful?
Well, I was at Target last week, and one of the biggest complaints of the retailers, and I understand it, is they would like us there at a certain time. And we do go on a certain day, we do have schedules, but we can't make it at a certain time. So a lot of times some of the drivers will get there and they're on break, we can't do the pickup, we can't come back. So we're working with that to make that better. But I always make sure I go to the retailers and I thank them. Thank you for donating to us because it really does help the people on Long Island. And I forgot to mention one of the greatest retailers for us is Pepco, and our dog and cat food, and how we're giving to the animals, and how people's animals are getting food just like the people are getting food. And when they find out, I just went to one of our retailers last week. They Target, for example, in Hicksville, and they said, "Oh, we have furniture. Do you want furniture?" So I try to keep that relationship, with our receiving team, with our managers, and always to let them know we are so appreciative of all your donations. We really are appreciative of it, and they appreciate that. We appreciate it.
And it is important for them to receive the feedback.
Exactly.
And as you said earlier, for the retailers to know where these donations go
Right.
to. I mean, I would imagine that it's very frustrating for a store manager whose staff works very hard to stock the shelves, whether it's food or non-food, and then to go out sometime during the day through the store, certainly by the time the store closes, and find product that's been basically tampered with.
Yeah.
And the store is just not going to be able to make a profit off this, and certainly it's not product that you would throw in the garbage.
Mm.
And knowing that it's able to be donated to an organization like Long Island Cares means that someone's going to benefit from this. So as you said, going and visiting with the retailers, letting them know how much we appreciate these donations. If there are glitches in the system that we've developed, working out any of them, responding to their concerns. And it's just an ongoing good, relationship to have.
We're a team.
Okay,
It's
good.
a win-win.
Yeah.
You donate, we win, people win, and I
Sure.
always want to keep that relationship with them to know we're here for you. If there's any problems, any issues, we will definitely work it out. But we also get donations, like one gentleman called me, he was from Kansas donating meat. When he brought the meat to Long Island, somebody put more meat on his truck by accident. His manager told him to throw it away. He said, I'm not throwing away all this chicken. He called us up, he donated it. So we get a lot of that also. Manufacturers who send to the retailers, they don't want it for some reason. They don't want to throw it out.
Sure.
And we're so grateful. They donate it to us, beverages, meats. We're getting new olive oil. And I think that's fantastic too, that
Absolutely.
they feel so good to donate it to Long Island Cares.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think it's really very special.
I do too.
When, the industry, the retail side of the industry, regardless what they're dealing with, because as you said, furniture, Long Island Cares is an outlet for them to utilize. And I'm sure there are many retailers that feel, I have this product, let's just say for argument's sake, Halloween candy. And we all know how much Halloween candy is produced and by who. But, after October 31st, that, the rush is over. And what are you going to do with all this candy? Donate it to Long Island Cares. Darlene, we have about a minute and a half remaining. If any retailer is watching, if anyone's watching who works at a retail outlet, how would they get involved with Long Island Cares to make these kind of donations?
They can call Long Island Cares and they would transfer the call to me, and then I would go and discuss with them our corporate plan, if they would like to get involved, and how they would do it, and then we'd set up a schedule and work together to start making pickups.
So we're ready to take on more retail donations if there are
We'll never
retailers
turn it
out
away.
there.
Yes.
Excellent, that's
Yes,
important.
yes.
We don't turn things away. And so if people want to get in touch with you, they simply call 631-582-FOOD, ask for Darlene Solario, and the process begins.
And I will meet with you and give you all the information, and then we'll take it from there. Yes.
And they join 68 very generous retailers,
Yes.
helping to feed the hungry on Long Island and making life a little better for people in need.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Thank
This
you,
has been
Paul.
such
Thank
valuable
you.
information. It's been an absolute pleasure to have Darlene Solario with us today on Breaking Bread. So much good information for people that want to donate to Long Island Cares. If you've enjoyed what you've watched today, please consider liking and subscribing to our YouTube channel, where you could see episodes of Breaking Bread at least twice a month. You even can listen to Breaking Bread now on various podcast apps, including Anchor, Spotify, Apple, and some others. Right here from Long Island Cares and Hauppauge, this is Paul Pachter, CEO. Thanks for breaking bread at Long Island Cares.